Hi friends! I'm just going to outline a little bit of what a persuasive paper should look like once you are completely done with it. You can see that it's set up in Mla format. Your name goes at the top, then my name, then the class, and then the date, day, month, year. It should be just like that. And then you have your own title right here in the center. Remember to get this, your last name and the page number at the top right. You go to Insert, page numbers, and then click this first box right here. When the 1 comes up here at the top, it'll automatically put a 1 up there. Click in front of it and type your last name and a space, and then make sure it's in Times New Roman font, just like everything else. Okay, so I'm just going to kind of tell you what you're going to need for this paper. My notes are also on the side here, so you can just look at that if you don't want to watch this whole video. But at the beginning, we start off with a hook. This person decided to use a shocking statistic as a hook, which works really well. So they started with their hook. And then right here, if you click on this part, it says credibility statement. So this is their first credibility statement that they used. They included where they got this research from, and that's what a credibility statement is. So they said a 2016 article. They have the date. They have the title, Concussions in Pro Sports, an overview. They have the author, Simone Flynn, and then they have the title of the database, which is the Points of View Reference Center. And then they go ahead and say the information from that source. So they did their full credibility statement, and then they said the research that they wanted to include in their paper from that source. Note that all this is background information. So there's a lot of background information that you need in the intro paragraph, how the whole issue has progressed over time, any definitions that you might need to define for us, any big names that are involved. Also, these credibility statements, here's another one right here, they take up a lot of space, and it's double spaced, so really it's not as bad as you think. The credibility statements are long just in themselves. Notice how this person used this credibility statement right here. It's a 2013 article called Farewell to Football. This is how they had to cite their information the first time, and then after that they can just use the parenthetical citation, which is Farewell to Football in the parentheses. They don't have to redo this credibility statement every time they cite this source. The next time they can just do this parenthetical citation. Scroll down here, and towards the bottom, this is still their introductory paragraph. Towards the bottom, right here, they have one sentence that states the controversy. So what do both sides of the issue believe? Many people believe that concussions are not a concerning issue and that players have the proper equipment to protect themselves, while others believe that all contact in football should be banned in order to keep the player safe. So in one sentence, they just said, this is what both sides of the issue have to say. Then, right here, they state their thesis, what they believe, their main point. And then finally, they list what their 2 main points are going to be that prove their thesis. So then they can go into, this is their first body paragraph. They started out by saying, here's my first main point number 1. And then they go in and they put in all their research that supports that. So they use the research from their research journal to use the information that supports this one main point that also supports their thesis that they already said. This whole paragraph is focused on that main point. It includes a lot of research and then analysis of the research. Then they go down to here and they have their second body paragraph and their second main point that includes a lot of research. They have a lot of parenthetical citations. They use their credibility statements, especially up here when they needed to. Here is an important point. For each of your body paragraphs, you need 2 body paragraphs. You have an opposing point. So they mention people who believe that concussions are not a problem in football often claim that the players have high-tech helmets that will protect them from the concussions. So that's what the other side of this issue might say. There are certain people who believe that concussions are not a big deal because they're of the protective helmets. However, he then goes in and refutes that point. However, this could not be farther from the truth. And so he ends the paragraph by opposing what other people have said and why that point is wrong. You need to do that at the end of your body paragraphs. They have a third body paragraph here. You do not need to have 3. 2 is sufficient. Finally, they end with their conclusion where they restate their main points and sum it all up. They end with, for the safety of future football players, we must find a solution to the problem of concussions. So they make it clear that there is a problem and it's important that we find a solution. They end with a really powerful statement. And then down here they have their whole works cited page. Notice that it's double spaced, it's titled Works Cited. Notice how the spacing and the indentation is arranged. And also notice it, well, actually, it's not in alphabetical order, but it should be in alphabetical order. Yeah, it looks like they kind of messed up their alphabetical order, but just know that it should be. If you have any questions, let me know. Thank you for watching all this, and I really hope it was helpful for you. Have a great day.